gonna ruin the show.
What was that thing that we say? I think we say, raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Yeah, that's what we say. When I think of quality, I think of like I'm like bougie, but I'm like selectively bougie. So when I think of like Louis V, I'm like, look, that's really cool, and those are like awesome goods that are handmade and crafted and all that stuff, but like, I'd rather spend $5,000 on a brand new camera than I would spend $5,000 on like a handbag or something of like luxury value. I'm just like, no, I need to get something out of this. So I never thought that I would be holding a Louis bag in the history of the ever, but there is a story to it. Now, in my years, there was never a scenario that I'd be like, okay, let me purchase a Louis bag because I'd rather spend that on a camera. And I didn't think that I'd get presented the opportunity. When I had unemployment money during the pandemic and all that stuff, then it was just all like, I kicked around the idea that it's just all like, maybe a little $700, maybe I'll get a nice little wallet or something, you know? But it wasn't taken seriously, and then it was just kind of like, I'd rather do so much more with that $700 than just have like a bag. So I was like, I could do it, but maybe I'll just wait. So I just kept waiting and I kept waiting. And then it wasn't until I was flying the support role on a flight coming back from Vegas. And everybody, I don't know if you've flown a lot, but there's a couple different destinations that people don't want to fly out of. And a lot of them are in Florida, and some of them are in California, and one of them happens to be Vegas. Whether you're going to Vegas, people are going to be rowdy, and whether you're coming back from Vegas, people are going to be drunk and rowdy. And so you're just kind of like, okay, we have a 3-hour flight, and I just need to make sure that everything stays organized. And I was just flying for a support role anyway, so I was just all like, okay, it's kind of like I'm just here to be the muscle, really. So I'm coming back, and I'm just doing waters, and there's this lady that was sitting in like 3 Delta, and I was like, what are you guys doing? How's it going? How'd it go? You guys had fun? Cool. And I was like, yeah, we're just in real estate, so we decided to take a little weekend visit. We're coming back, we got to see everything. We went to the Louis Vuitton store. It was cool. It was really, I was like, man, that sounds awesome. I was thinking about Louis V stuff too, and I was just like, I'm not real estate money yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna get the chance. And she was like, oh, it was awesome. You should go. You should definitely go. And she's like, actually, talk to me before the plane lands, because I want to give you something. And I was like, okay. So then I just keep doing the job, pouring the waters, passing out the snacks, helping the A that's up front. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Flight attendants, prepare cabin for arrival. Okay. Tuck these. Hey, you guys were awesome. Thanks so much for talking to me. You're so friendly, and I'm glad you had a good trip to Vegas. And then she's like, listen, I want to give you a gift. And she's holding her hands like this. And she's like, I want to give you a gift. And I just want you to have it because I think you're really cool. And this is a really great experience. And so she hands me this keychain that says LV on the outside. And it's like this crystal name tag carrying case. And then I'm like, this is cool. And you can hear like it's like solid plastics, it's like solid metals here. So like, this is pretty cool. And then she's like, I just want you to have this. Also, if you don't like it, you can return it, but here's the receipt. And she gives me the receipt. And then I'm like, okay, I don't think anything of this because it's just all happening fast and we're still landing too. So I'm just like, okay, thank you so much. I just tuck it and I'm just like, okay, and I'll see you on the way out. And so I was like, okay, thank you so much we land, everything, flight attendants prepare cabin for arrival, boom. We land, we start start saying goodbye. Thank you guys so much for the gift. You guys are awesome. Take care out there. I think we were back in Seattle. Yeah. And then that's it. That's the end of the thing. And then I don't even look into my pockets until I get past the shuttle, back in my car. I'm just all like, okay, this Prism Charm name tag thing. Let's see what the receipt says. It was like, I forgot how much it was. I think it was like $700 or like something crazy. And then I look at the receipt. I was like, I'd rather just return this and get the cash. What do I need a little name tag holder for? And then I was like, what if I could return it, get the cash, then get that little LV wallet that I took a screenshot of? And I was like, that could be something. That could be a move. And then I look on the receipt and it says no returns within a certain amount of time. And what was it? It was like no returns within a certain amount of time. Also, it has to be within like new quality or something. So I look at the store in Bellevue and then I'm like, okay, I can make an appointment. I can go in and I can see what they can do for me. But like, let me just see if I can do good, better, best on this thing. Where I'm like, I started out with a keychain. What can I end up with? So then I remember them saying that it had to be like new condition. So I polished this Prism Charm thing. And I'm just like, it needs to look like it's brand new because it had my fingerprints and it had her fingerprints. And I was just like, okay, let me just make sure it looks presentable. And then I go into Bellevue and they're like, we can't give you, this wasn't even purchased by you, but the receipt says that it's, can I get store credit for it? She says, absolutely, you can get store credit for it. Since this Charm Prism thing was about I think it was like $700, like $630 or something. Then if you pay the difference, then you can get your wallet. And then I was like, a little $175 to be in the LV club? I can do that. I made it. I'm in there. And just the entire experience, I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, do the exchange, give me the credit, pick out the wallet. I wanted one of those little zipper things. I saved everything from the entire exchange. They even gave me a free water. I drank this and I was like, this is part of it. This is part of the experience. In there, I was like, yeah, I'll, instead of spending $800 on my own money, I'll do an exchange on that, pay the difference on that, purchase that. So I made it into the LV club, even though like it took me whatever time, I forgot when I took that screenshot, but it was about, a year or so. And then I got this wallet and I was like, okay, I made it, and you can smell the quality. I only use it for $1 bills right now, but I'm on my way to more. And it's just one of these cool little like, how did you get into the club? How do you know what you're doing? And I'm just like, that's cool. Now I'm in the club. I don't even like, it's not so much that like I use the wallet or whatever, but it's like the story of how it even came to being. I was like, this is pretty cool. Even if it's too like extravagant or whatever, but you're just all like, okay, good, better, best. And I freaking did it. So, LV on the luggage. I'll work on the luggage part. That's out there.
You're gonna ruin the show!